In our eyes, 3 pillars can serve as a foundation for negotiation. We negotiate all the time with everyone and every place because we expect to solve problems. So a first pillar of negotiation is about the problems themselves. We focus on the problems and what kinds of solutions we can come up with at the negotiation table. This is central. But is negotiation only about seeking the most adequate solutions?
It is more. As Roger Fisher and Bill Ury, founders of the negotiation field, pointed out, negotiators are people first. So negotiation is about people, and we need to do more than just separate people from the problem. More precisely, we need to put people first. This is why I always try to be there early for a meeting. I chat with the people around, I make them feel comfortable, ask them if they need anything, some order, for example. And I customize my welcoming questions to them in particular, from what I know personally about them or from the context. Negotiating is about relationship building and trust.
If it is about people and problems, it is also about managing time. It is about our capacity to smoothly go from point A to point B in order to solve problems and provide great outcomes for the people. Negotiation is therefore also about an effective process, to structure the different steps to follow and then link everything together. In fact, it is process that helps us to link problems to people. So, responsible negotiation is based on 3 pillars: people, problems, and process.
What does putting people first mean? It's about putting the other person first and building a relationship and trust, which is the guiding thread throughout negotiation. And precisely, it's about making empathy your priority. To illustrate, in the words of his brother Bobby, President Kennedy had a special skill: putting himself in the other person's shoes. For example, asking himself and his team during the Cuban Missile Crisis and its several rounds of negotiations, if you were Khrushchev, what would you do?
Empathy guides communication for understanding the other's needs and sharing information. The first move in negotiation is to develop empathy to comprehend the other. Actively listen and look at the other. Try to understand them by what they are saying, but also by what they are not saying. Be attentive to their body language. If you sense a disconnect between what they are saying and what they are showing, ask clarifying questions to understand better. For example, when I talked about that, you seemed angry. If that's true, can you tell me what angered you? And then the next move is to keep the empathy high all the way through as you strive to convince the other side. Actively speak, stand your ground, assert arguments that can persuade the other, while at the same time understanding how your arguments impacts the other and trying to envisage how your persuasive case looks and feels from their side of the table.
While keeping people first at all times, what is the essence of problem solving in negotiation? It's about the objective value you and the other generate from your exchanges. The first move is create value first. Make the pie bigger for both. And then the next move is allocate value fairly. Get a fair size of the pie. Through these 2 moves, you increase the chance of achieving win-win solutions for both.
Finally, what does process mean in negotiation? It is about organization, navigating the successive steps of the negotiation with confidence. The first move is prepare. You establish your mandate internally, your red lines, your aspirations, and targets. And then the next move is build a contract that works for both parties and incorporates implementation steps in order to get things done.
To summarize, an effective, responsible negotiation approach focuses on the 3 pillars: people, empathy to convince and comprehend, problems, value to create and allocate, process, organization to prepare and implement a deal.